So today we're going to be talking about balls. Thousands of tiny colorful balls, and it should be a joy considering these are called the Joyride, but is it? And that is the question. It's been a month of wearing one of the most interesting and crazy feeling sneakers I've ever worn. So here is my 1 month after wearing pro and con video. What is going on, guys? Hess here, CollectiveKicks.com. If you guys want to shop this week's top sneaker deals, check the link in the description, as well as if you want to buy a pair of the Nike Joyrides. But before I get into this video, I need to clean these things up. As you can see, they're pretty dirty, and because of that, I'm going to go ahead and plug my sponsor, Reshoevn8r. So if you guys don't know about Reshoevn8r, it is a sneaker cleaning company. They have really nice sneaker cleaning products, and you can save 10% on their website if you use my code HESSKICKS10. These are pretty dirty, and not just on the outsole, on the upper, the dirt is rubbed in pretty deep as well. So I'm going to go ahead and clean these things up. Alright, so as you can see, I cleaned these up with Reshoevn8r. They came out actually pretty good. A lot better than I thought they would. And one thing that actually came out of this cleaning, which is something that is hilarious that I didn't even think about before, is that the water is actually going to get trapped in this midsole. So for sure, this is like kind of a flaw on the technology. So just so you guys know, this shoe weighs probably 5 pounds now because of all the water in this midsole. So just throwing that out there, not a great design from the beginning. But let's go ahead and get into some of the pros and cons for the Nike Joyride. The Nike Joyride Run FLYKNIT features a new technology from Nike called the Joyride, which has thousands of TPE beads, which are plastic rubber pellets in the midsole. These definitely have an odd sensation when you put them on feet, and at first it feels like you forgot to pull out the shoe tree or something like that in the bottom of the sneaker. I felt a large bump under my midfoot that was a bit uncomfortable, but as I stepped in, it did compress, and the longer you wear the shoes, you don't notice the bump in the middle of your foot. But the next time you put on the shoes, you do notice that bump again. The fit of these are definitely very, very snug. I had to go up a half of a size, and it fit me much better. True to size would have definitely not happened. I would have had to return them. But I do have a wider foot than most, and probably a flatter foot, so that might be a reason why my experience may be different than yours. Leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what you guys feel on the shoe. The technology is a very interesting move by Nike though, and since they released in kid sizes immediately, and the name of them is Joyride, it sounds like Nike isn't taking the technology too seriously, which is probably a good thing. So the biggest question is, do they feel better with wear? And after wearing these for 1 month, the verdict is in for myself at least, and unfortunately they do not get more comfortable. They feel odd every single time that you put them on your feet. However, as I mentioned, after you put them on, it actually becomes more comfortable as you're wearing them. But after you slip these off and then put them back on, you definitely feel kind of a bunching area right here in the middle of your foot where the fourth pocket is that's not really visible. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4 pockets full of beads. This is the one that really gets me. If you guys have a different experience, though, leave a comment and let others know. Some of the pros, though, they are fun new technology. It's colorful and inventive. And I already mentioned at first when you try them on, they are a little bit off on your feet, but as you wear them through the day, it gets more comfortable. But it's not like the midsole shape is going to mold to your foot. Every single time you put them on, you're going to have that weird sensation, and then your foot gets used to it as you wear them. The FLYKNIT upper is nice and breathable. The shoe is relatively light unless you get them in water, and then it is really, really heavy. And if you're really stretching, as I mentioned, I love the Friendship bracelet pull tab, but that's kind of it for the pros. There's not a lot of other crazy pros about this shoe after wearing them. Some of the cons, however, the placement of the pods on the midsole for the Joyride balls are just not good. I don't understand why they did 4 separate segments. They just feel really odd underfoot. It would be honestly probably better if they just did a full-length Joyride bead thing, and maybe with a little bit more structure even. I don't know how they would structure it to make it so that they didn't move around too much to front to back, which is why they did the different segmented pods, but honestly, they just have weird bunching feels under feet. The fit on these, again, are really, really snug. These are expensive too. They're $180. And if you guys didn't see, I already did another video of me cutting a pair of these in half. and the balls went everywhere. It was a terrible, terrible thing, but it was fun to watch and fun to do. So if you want to see that video, go check my channel. On a serious note of all of that though, is the possible blowout of these shoes. The more you wear these, the more of the possibility the bottom blows out. And if that happens, you're gonna have beads everywhere, which is not only just crazy amount of littering, the balls would bounce everywhere, it'd just be a huge mess because they would just dump out, but also like the environmental aspects. I think there was some concern. Somebody linked me an article about that. Shout out to them on Twitter, but it was talking about the environmental concerns of the TPE beads just being leaked out, I guess, would be problematic. So, I mean, it's a real concern the more you wear these, and if somebody only has one pair of shoes and then these are them, I could see those turning for the worse. Especially like my son, if he had a pair of these, the way he bikes, he like stops with his feet and stuff. Like he would definitely rip through these really easily. And the last con is really, I don't think that this is Nike's next big move. It was fun. It's joyous in a sense. It's fun to look at. But the reality is it's not a serious technology. It's not going to have lasting power unless they morph it and make it something more functional. And I expect to see this technology on sales racks after a little bit. It does have a lot of potential though, and because of that, I'm hopeful that Nike kind of changes the formula a little bit and makes like a better version of what these things can offer. But those are kind of my thoughts on the Nike Joyride technology. Leave a comment, let me know what you guys think. If you guys are trying to buy a pair, check the link in the description. And all in all, it's not a bad shoe on feet. It's just a unique experience, as I mentioned over and over. And it doesn't feel amazing, but it doesn't feel super terrible. I don't know really how to place these things. If you're trying to find the best of the best, though, this isn't it, especially for that $180 price point. But it is fun to experiment and try new things, especially if you have a lot of other sneakers on the market already. So this is something that is definitely a unique, fun, different sort of ride. The last thing I wanted to mention, since I cut one of these in half already, I do have the other shoe of that pair, and I'm wondering what I should do with it. Should I try to melt it? Should I try to bake it? Maybe I can make my own Joyride midsole or something like that. I'm curious if the Joyride beads actually do melt with heat. And it will be interesting because I didn't throw these in the dryer yet, but what if they like all melted together in the dryer? And what if it was amazing after you melted them down? I don't know. If you guys want to see me do some sort of experiment or have an idea of what I should do with the other shoe, leave a comment and let me know. And maybe we'll make an entertaining video in the future. But that's my thoughts. Leave your comments in the comment section what you think. And again, if you guys want to buy a Reshoevn8 sneaker cleaner, check the link in the description. Save 10% off your entire order. It's a great gift for those people that are sneaker people as well. And just revive it and bring it back to a good state and make it look like you have a new shoe again. I mean, I wore these for a month. Beat these ones up pretty good. It was honestly by accident. I got these super muddy from stepping in the river to save my son who tripped in this little 2-foot river and fell into the little stream, so I had to run in and grab them. So I got these things muddy from a random pit stop that we did. But Reshoevn8 clean them up real easy, and you can save 10% off your order. So check that link in the description. Pretty much in all my videos, it's there. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. But have a good rest of the day. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new to it. Notification bell to be notified of when my videos are live. And we will see you hopefully for some more videos sneaker related in the future. Peace, guys.